we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Giants and the Houston Texans. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback.
Check.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Watch the shift.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready. 48. Look, hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Woo-hoo. 48. 48's the mic. 3 buzz.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 45. White.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D.
Ready, go.
They go play action here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the
Strike it. Check, strike, tag, go.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Red, yellow.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Defense wins championships, baby. 49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. 3. Alert 3.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. 48. 48's the Mike. All day. All day. 48.
Now Jones.
Here we go, D.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check him. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
Get there, get there, get there, get there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
On 3rd down, Barkley.
Slam, slam, slam.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
48's Mike. 48. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Mike 48. Mike 48. Yo, 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 yo.
On 2nd down now, it's Hawkins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
48. 48's the Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Jam him. Jam him. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here we go. Red 38.
49's the mic. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 49, guys.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete. The Texans at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wide, get wide.
43 rail. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd.
Watch twist.
52 blaster. Mike, White.
49's the mic.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Check the backer.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation. this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Slice, 97.
Give left side for Pierce. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Pick up the ball. 48. 48's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Warrior 70. 48. 48.
Throwing Jones. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Mike's 13. Mike's 13.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ready, break. Mike 13. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike's 13. Mike's 13.
Up the middle with Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Back to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jones now throwing on 1st down.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Giants will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Second down at 7.
60 red. Hustle, hustle. Set, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Barkley again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
Here's Barkley, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his first rushing touchdown of the year, and the Giants have opened the lead up to 30.
So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Come on, set. Blue, 32. 22 needle.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Okay.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go.
10 cycle.
49.
Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw.
Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Okay. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
38.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this one quickly to Lamb. He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They're going to look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
They're not ready for this, man.
Red, cycle.
They still playing soccer.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
52 blaster.
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
Slice, 97. Set. Cut.
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dawson Knox, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
49's the Mike.
Cut. Go.
Ritter will throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
You thought you had it, didn't
And they
you
will
thought you had it.
score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go, set. Viking 18. Got you, punk.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, check, Mike.
They'll go to Barkley again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
48's the mic. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Hey, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Buffalo 18.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Let's go. Black 40.
Big stop.
Green Jack.
Big stop. Let's go. Check.
10 cycle.
26.
green.
49. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
All day. All day. 46.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Barkley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47. Wild Bill. Check. Fresno. Right there. Kill.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are on their way to a 2-0 start. Gano the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit down. Film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the goal.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hey, let's get in them holes.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Finding Knox there, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll look to throw again.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to throw again. Drops this off with Nwangu. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Boys, let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Houston. CeeDee Lamb, 49 yards. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
And they will take a knee here. And for the visitors, it is going to be a